The night was heavy with rain. Red and blue lights kept flashing across the empty road, cutting through the darkness again and again. Police cars were lined up, and an ambulance stood nearby with its doors open. A body lay on the ground, covered with a white sheet. Water slowly gathered around it, mixing with faint traces of blood, washing everything into the street. Officers moved quickly, talking in low voices. One of them crouched down, lifting the edge of the sheet slightly, then paused. "This is not normal," he said quietly. Another officer looked around the scene, tense. "Same pattern," he replied, "just like the others." The rain grew heavier. In the distance, the sound of thunder rolled across the sky. A voice echoed from a nearby news report playing on a phone. "This marks the 7th murder in the last 6 months. Authorities still have no leads. The killer remains unknown." For a moment, everything felt still, like the night itself was watching. And somewhere, someone else was watching too. Morning light slowly fills the room as Nyla stands in front of the mirror, her space quiet and almost empty. She picks up a muted brown lipstick and applies it carefully, her expression calm and unreadable, then leans closer to darken her lashes and define her eyes just enough to sharpen her gaze. There is nothing rushed about her movements. Everything feels controlled, intentional. She reaches for her clothes, slipping into a black fitted top and pulling on her pants. And for a brief second, as the fabric settles into place, a tattoo appears low on her back, a butterfly, delicate in shape, but edged with something darker, something that doesn't feel entirely innocent. The moment passes, and it disappears beneath the fabric as if it was never meant to be seen. She looks at herself one last time, then lifts her thin, rectangular glasses and puts them on. And with that small action, something shifts. She looks softer, quieter, almost invisible. Picking up her bag without hesitation, she walks to the door and steps out, blending effortlessly into the ordinary world. Just another college student beginning her day. By the time Nyla walks into the classroom, Zoe is already there, sitting in her seat, practically glowing with excitement, like she's been waiting for this exact moment. The second Nyla settles into her chair, Zoe leans in, barely able to hold it in. Quote, "I texted you yesterday, and this morning too," she says, half complaining, half playful. "You didn't even see. You always ignore me." Nyla doesn't react much. She places her bag down calmly and replies in a steady tone, "I was tired. I didn't check my phone." Zoe doesn't stay on that for long. She quickly shifts, her voice dropping slightly but still buzzing with curiosity. "Did you see? Another murder happened." She watches Nyla closely. "You saw it, right?" For a brief moment, something changes in Nyla's expression, not obvious, just a slight pause, a flicker. But it's gone just as quickly. She shrugs lightly. "No, I was sleeping. I didn't know." Zoe leans even closer now, her voice turning more dramatic. "And you know what? That guy who got murdered, he was the one who cheated on Bella." Nyla's eyes shift, just for a second, like she's connecting something. Then she nods casually. "Oh, right. I've seen them together." Her voice stays normal. Too normal. The classroom slowly settles into silence as students return to their seats, conversations fading into soft whispers. Zoe is still leaning toward Nyla, laughing quietly at her own joke while Nyla ignores her completely, flipping lazily through the pages of her notebook. Then the door opens. Almost instantly, the room changes. A man walks in, calm and composed, probably in his early 30s. Dark hair falls slightly over his forehead, sleeves rolled neatly to his elbows, rings glinting faintly against his fingers as he sets a folder onto the desk. He wasn't trying to look attractive, which somehow made him even worse. The entire class goes quiet. A few girls straighten immediately. Others glance at each other with barely hidden excitement. He looks around the room once before speaking. "Morning, I'm Ethan Blake. I'll be taking literature this semester." His voice is low, smooth, effortless. Zoe's eyes widen instantly. "Oh my God," she whispers dramatically. Before Nyla can react, Zoe sticks her tongue lightly against her lip balm-coated lips before biting down on her lower lip, staring at him shamelessly. Nyla notices immediately. "Nah," she mutters quietly. "He's way too old for you." Zoe blushes at once, grinning into her sleeve. "Shut up," she whispers back, trying not to laugh. At the front of the room, Ethan continues introducing himself while half the girls in class are already mentally losing focus. Class finally begins, but Zoe keeps leaning toward Nyla every few minutes. "What do you think about him?" No response. "Come on, he's literally hot." Nyla keeps writing. "Your type?" Nyla sighs softly, not even looking at her. "Listen to the lecture, don't disturb." Zoe smiles again, resting her chin against her hand as she looks toward the front. But behind the smile, her thoughts shift quietly. Because while everyone else was distracted by how attractive he was, Zoe noticed something else. The brief moment Ethan's eyes moved toward Nyla during attendance, and suddenly, something sharp twists inside her chest. Too interested. Her smile stays perfectly soft. But from that moment on, she starts watching him carefully,